With memories of the fierce storm that had raged over the marine lake the previous day still ringing in their ears, a good crowd congregated for this day of canoeing fun in calmer waters. The tail end of the storm was still evident on the other side of the sea wall. But this didn't deter several of the members from venturing out into the sea to ride the waves. Calmer waters were clearly required for learning to row this paddleboard, and wisely these members were utilising the serene surface of the model boat pool to good effect. The idea of standing on your canoe seems to be infectious. No sooner had one done it than they were all at it.
Seb, look how close you are to the wall. Look where his head's going to end up.
Part of the training offered by the canoe club will obviously require the student to escape from a capsized boat. But this man seems to enjoy the experience. Look, he's doing it again in the background.
Okay, come in, please stop so I can get over and sit down. I need to sit down.
Today was clearly a day for the family, particularly giving dads a chance to offer their offspring a taste of the canoeing experience. Clevedon Canoe Club was formed in October 2006. They are interested in all forms of canoeing and kayaking.
You just paddle now. You paddle on the opposite side, Daddy. Oh, yeah. Don't worry, just push off. Right, nice. Stop you there, stop there.
Being on the coast with the River Severn flowing past their door, they often paddle on the sea when the tide and conditions are right. They frequently motor further afield with their boats in tow to experience canoeing in flat water, white water, surfing and in rivers. Members can make use of the club's fleet of kayaks and canoes, so it's well worth joining if you're interested. The Clevedon Ladies Choir can trace their roots back to the local Townswomen's Guild Choir of the 1930s. In particular, their 1936 performance of the operetta Maid Marian and Robin Hood at the Elton Memorial Hall, which is now known as St John's Hall. In the programme it was noted that not only was an orchestra present, but that it contained several male players. Under their conductor Ruth Carroll, who has been with them since 1988, the choir now performs 2 concerts a year here in the St Peter's Church. They also perform at residential and nursing homes in the district.
Okay, thank you.
When the violent storms of Friday the 8th of June had subsided and peace reigned supreme once more, it was discovered that a section of wall along the old paddling pool section of the marine lake had collapsed. This meant that the escaping water would greatly reduce the level of the already leaking lake as a whole, severely hampering the many leisure activities that use the facility. But the North Somerset Council was speedily on hand, and within a week their contractors were on the job constructing a smart new section of wall to replace the old one. We understand from marine lake users that despite the recent patching work, the lake is still leaking. Well, it appears it was ever thus. A recent clipping from the Western Daily Press dated the 6th of November 1931, shown to us by Brian Osborne from the Civic Society, reports that a Clevedon Council meeting was informed that the lake was leaking and, as one councillor put it, "It is a very serious matter and we might go down one morning and see the bulk of the water gone." That was 1931, just 8 years after the lake was opened. Work on the regeneration scheme at Christchurch has been in progress now for well over 6 months. The work started with the destruction of the meeting rooms adjoining the main church building, followed by construction of a new complex consisting of 5 meeting rooms of differing sizes and complete with kitchen facilities. The area will offer level access into the nave of the church. The project also involves the reconfiguring of the interior of the church itself, which was originally built in the 1830s, and the installation and testing of new systems including lighting, audio-visual and the new digital organ. Since its closure, the church activities have been taking place down the hill at the St Nicholas Chantry School, but plans are now well advanced towards the return to Christchurch, and a completion date of Sunday the 4th of November has been pencilled in, when the family church will process up the hill from the school to Christchurch for the inauguration of the new building. The next stage of this project, to turn the old donkey field next door to St Andrew's Church into a glebe field, is the installation of some rustic fencing. The plan is to separate off the nuttery, which is a collection of nut trees like cob, walnut and hazel, and possibly to provide an area to keep chickens in.
Hold it there a minute.
Once the fencing is in place and an access gate installed, the plan is to start work on building the pedestrian access for use by the community. Hopefully this will be done by the end of the summer.
While still maintaining...
Come the autumn, the project leader Eric Holdsworth is hopeful that they will receive more hedging saplings from the Woodland Trust. Some of these will go to replacing those which were recently stolen, and the rest will form a hedge to cover the fencing. And at the other end of Church Hill, behind the Salt House, the Friends of Poets Walk and the Woodcutters for Wildlife Conservation groups are busy making good the wooden steps that lead up from the marine lake to the top of the hill.
Okay. Right, that's the step.
The next musical item in this edition comes from the Great Western Youth Theatre, a group that has been going strong in Clevedon area for 20 years. This was the dress rehearsal of their latest show, Gilbert and Sullivan's Pirates of Penzance, staged at the end of June. Here we meet Major General Stanley himself.
I am the very model of the modern Major General of information, vegetable, animal and mineral. I know the King of England and I win the fight historical, from marathon to artillery, order categorical. I'm very well acquainted with matters mathematical. I understand equations both the simple and quadratical. About the burning of their mind, seeming without lots of news. Lots of news. Got it. With many cheerful facts about the square of the hypotenuse.
With many cheerful facts about the square of the hypotenuse. With many cheerful facts about about the square of the high bottom, with many cheerful facts about the square of the high bottom. What a news!
I am very good at integral and differential calculus. I know the scientific names of beings and immaculus. In short, in matters vegetable, animal and mineral, I am the very model of a modern major general.
In matters vegetable, animal and mineral, he is the very model of a modern major general.
The Great Western Youth Theatre's rehearsal base is St Andrew's Church Rooms, and they meet there every Tuesday evening in term time.
When a felon's not engaged in his employment, or enduring his delirious little plans, his capacity for innocent enjoyment is just as great as any honest man's. Our feelings we with difficulty smother, with disambulate duties to be done. I'll take one consideration with another. A policeman's lot is not a happy one. And constabulary duty to be done. A policeman's lot is not a happy one.
The Youth Theatre is open to all who are in Year 6 through to Year 10. This means that the students leave the group as they commence their GCSE studying years.
Cat-like tread upon a prey we still, in silence dread, a cautious way we feel. No sound at all, we never speak a word, a fly's foot forward beat the sting. Come friends, you have the sea, truce to navigation, take another station. Let's bury piracy with a little burglary. Cat-like tread upon a prey we steal. In silent tread, a cautious way we feel.
Held in the Brunel Daycare Centre in Strode Road, the event was a chance for members of the public to learn more about the local neighbourhood watch scheme from those people who administered it.
So, being a police officer, could you explain?
Members of Clevedon Police were on hand to discuss any security issues. But hang on, why are the police selling tins of tomato soup and cans of WD-40 on their stall?
Well, this is very good, isn't it? So what is? Oh, it's not a WD-40 can. It's somewhere to hide valuables.
It's a safe can, so you can put that on your shelf amongst everything else.
How about that? And it looks just like a WD-40 can. Isn't that ingenious?
The morning was also an opportunity to announce the winners and runners-up of the designer poster competition, organised by Police Community Support Officer Caroline Harris. The competition was open to all students attending the 3 local primary schools of All Saints, St John's and Mary Elton.
Excellent. And how old are you? Oh, they're really good, aren't they? So you wish you'd enter okay.
First came the inevitable photo session with the local press.
People on the centre, you've got to sit forward a little bit. All the people on the back, lean over. Here we go. This is the real deal. I'm actually going to take a photo right this very second. Are you ready? Go. That's fine. I thought you were ready. Big hysterical grins on your face. That's like every now and then. Great. Everyone else got their photo? Yeah. No, you've got to be able to. I'll take your picture anytime. You'll smile all the time, don't you? You're lovely. One more.
And then came the all-important prize giving, when the winners received a £10 voucher and the runners-up were given a set of felt-tip
Nice and
pens.
shine, very artistic. You put a lot of thought into that, didn't you? Yeah? And thank you for doing it, and I hope you do them in future. Okay? Well done, young lady. Really appreciate you taking part. Yeah. Eloise Major. Well done. Oh, you've stopped giggling. Oh, no, she hasn't. Well done, young lady. It's really good. I'm really proud of you of doing that, and there's your prize. I'm not smiling.
It's a nice job, this is. No, you're not arresting anyone today. That's not.
As such enemies often do, in the seemingly most innocent and unlikely of places.
Little shop of horrors, little shop of terror, call the cop. Little shop of horrors, no, oh, oh, no. Little shop of horrors, punch and bop. Little shop of terror, watch and drop. Little shop of horrors, no, oh, oh, no.
The Little Shop of Horrors is the Clevedon Light Opera Club's next production.
Look out, look out.
We went to watch a recent rehearsal on the stage of the Prince's Hall.
Sha-la-la, stop right where you are, don't you move a thing. You better, I'm telling you, you better tell your mama something's gonna get her. She better, everybody better beware. Come, little shop of horrors, watch your back. You'll never stop the terror, little shop of horrors, and no, oh, oh, no, oh, oh, no, oh, oh, no.
Little Shop of Horrors is a comedy horror rock musical about Seymour and Audrey, co-workers at a run-down Skid Row florist's run by the cranky Mr. Mushnick.
Downtown, where the folks are broke. You go downtown, where your life's a joke. You go downtown, where you buy your toke. And you go onto Skid Row, onto Skid Row.
Yes, you go.
Star of the show is the Venus flytrap-like plant, which has horrifying feeding habits. 2 weeks before the opening night, some of the club members were taking delivery of the plant itself. In fact, there were 4 plants of varying sizes and presumably increasing ferocity. Mind how you handle them, folks.
That's it.
You've got to get out. And you've got to be moving up down from
Some of those exotic plants Seymour's been tinkering around with are really unusual. And well, we were thinking that maybe some of those strange and interesting plants prominently displayed and advertised would attract business.
I'm afraid it isn't feeling very well today.
There. Now, isn't that bizarre?
At least. What kind of a weirdo plant is that, Seymour?
It's a fly trap, I think, but I haven't been able to identify in any of my books, so I gave it my own name. I call it an Audrey 2.
After me?
Hope you don't mind. You see, sir, if we were to put a strange and interesting plant like this here in the window, then maybe...
Maybe what? Do you realize how ridiculous you sound? Just because you put a strange and interesting plant in the window doesn't mean that people suddenly...
Excuse me. I couldn't help but noticing that strange and interesting plant you got there. What is it?
It's an Audrey 2.
I've never seen anything like it before.
No one has.
Where'd you get it?
Well, you remember that total eclipse of the sun a few weeks ago? I was walking in the wholesale flower district that day when I walked by this place where this old Chinese man, he sometimes sells me weird and exotic cuttings. You see, he knows about strange plants in my hobby. He didn't have anything unusual there that day. So I was about to, walk on by.
Good for you.
When all of a sudden, and out of nowhere, there was this
total eclipse of the sun.
It got very dark. There was a strange humming sound, like something from another world. And then the lights just came back on.
Oopsie-doo.
And the plant was just sitting there, like stuck in amongst the zinnias.
Audrey 2.
I could have sworn it hadn't been there before. Well, the old Chinese man sold it to me anyway. For $1.95.
Well, that is a...
The show runs from Wednesday the 11th of July till Saturday the 14th. Seats are now on sale for this show on the club's website and at Souk in the Triangle.
Wish we could send squirrels through the forest. Can you hold, please?